I'm a really busy person. I think I have my academics and then I have NTTV and I try to have a personal life and friends. And so to find a balance between all three is extremely difficult.
All the time, for the most part, unless it's a weekend and I'm sleeping.
Since I've been here, I have felt stressed pretty much every day except for on maybe Saturdays. Even some Saturdays, I'm still stressed. So it's been rough. Freshman year is rough.
Stress would just be where I have a day where I don't really have any breaks. I'm just kind of going for 11, 12, 13 hours straight.
You know, I'm a full-time student and it's a personal goal to always maintain above a 3.5 GPA. And then on NTTV side, I'm the assistant news director and work here like full-time pretty much. One of my favorite things to do is play with my dog.
Talk to my mom, I'll cry. I cry all the time. I talk to my best friends. One of my roommates is a counseling major. If it's like work stress, oh gosh, I don't even know. Like if it's school stress, then I'll usually take a break or take a nap, take a shower, try to get my mind away from it and then come back to it with a different mindset, try to be more fresh about it. But if it's work, I'll cry about it.
Sometimes I take time away from my day just to like zone out, not talk to anybody, blare whatever music I'm feeling for the day, and I don't talk to anybody for an hour. That's why I like going down to the basement of the library. Sometimes I won't even study. Sometimes I just go down there just because it's quiet. I usually talk to my best friend and my girlfriend a lot about my problems, whether if they want to hear them or not. I'm like, you are going to listen to me. And I talk to my mom and dad a lot as well.
I'm a big mama's boy, so I'll call her probably twice a week, just no matter what.
Well, depending on what level it is, I can usually just push it aside and just be like, well, you know, I know all these things are going on in my life, but right now this is what I need to focus on. But if it gets to the point where it's just too much, um, I like to go on runs. That helps me out a lot. And just like the things I was talking about earlier about like the basement of the library, listening to music really loud, just anything that doesn't involve me having to think too hard, you know, something where I can.
Twice a week I go to hot yoga. And so there's a place that's right off the square, and it's kind of just like my meditating, breathing time to just kind of be on my own and be by myself.
Utilizing.
I see crying a lot, but crying is always perceived as such a bad thing, but it's not at all because it's a lot of releasing. Um, Coping mechanisms doesn't mean like drugs and alcohol. Yeah, I see that all the time. It's not unusual for students to go like to I feel like they just get backed up into a corner with all of the stress and obligations and then they become overwhelmed. So then what do? Sometimes you can't just nap it off. Sometimes you have to use other resources.
I have noticed that some guys definitely don't cope the way that they should, you know. And I have some friends even outside of the fraternity that they use alcohol, drugs, and things like that. I'm like, guys, that's not how you should go about it.
I have no clue. I have no clue.
It's really important to me to kind of know my own balance. And so I know previously when I first started college, it was extremely overwhelming. I got super involved in a lot of things. But now that I'm a senior, I've kind of figured out what I want to do and what I want to be and how to get there. And so I only spend time doing the things that I want to be doing. And so I don't do too many frivolous other things that are just time killers.
I don't consider a lot of what I do work, it's just fun.
But I just try to maintain that balance taking care of myself, but then also taking care as much as I can, but not causing myself any harm.
Having friends and going out and doing things is probably the thing that balances me the most. Is just going out and last night going to mini golf or going tomorrow to the movies in the park, in the Denton Park.
I don't sleep very much. A good day of sleep for me is like 5 hours, which I know is not healthy. I've been told by several people that that's not healthy. But the way I see it is, you know, if I want to get everything I need to get accomplished and be a part of all the organizations that I want to be a part of, sleep can wait. I can wait till I'm old to sleep. So
I think that it's just man, if you can manage it, go for it. If you can't, then obviously you need to change something. But
Usually there's something's got to sacrifice. And so to me, I've always said there's a triangle in college. It's sleep, academics, and a social life, and you can't have all three. So usually the one that I have to sacrifice is sleep. So that's probably the way that stress manifests.